African Culture Ghetto King. Today we are in Kawangware, in the ghetto, and we have Nzele, African culture, science and spiritual teachings. Can you explain to us, for those people who don't know about this African science, spiritual culture and of ancient Egyptians? Can you tell us something?
Yes, thank you very much, Ghetto King, for having me. You are a really good friend of mine, and so today we will be talking about the original African history, and in this particular case we are focusing at the apex of our civilization, where we begin our story from the pyramids in ancient Egypt. Yes, so a lot of people ask, so like if it is true with the African people, because by now I understand that you, our viewer, you know without a doubt that we, the African people, we had a very great civilization of our own. Like if you watched Wakanda, that was true. That is how Africa used to be. So a lot of people ask, so if it is true that is how Africa used to be, so where did those ancient Egyptians go? So on this topic, or rather on this video, we'll be talking now about those people who they call the ancient Egyptians, but we call ourselves the people of Kemet. Egypt, yes, Egypt was brought by the Greeks. It was called Egypt by the Greeks, but we, the original people of that land, we used to call it Kemet. So on this day we are going to talk about the spiritual system of these people who we call the Kemetu, the people of Kemet. So I will begin. As you all know by now, the pyramids that are in Egypt, they are astronomically designed to be with the stars. So this is very high, or rather this is very advanced science. So today we will be talking about what science did these people have, or what did they do, what did they eat, how did they live, how. Yes.
I want to interrupt you. During that Kemet, who was the king? Can you tell us? Because so many people doesn't understand about Kemet.
Yes, that is a really good question to our viewers. Kemet, or rather that land, this is where we have the pharaohs. So before the Greeks even came and took over Kemet, we had over 32 dynasties, and I have listed them all down. So as you can see here, this is one of the ancient pharaohs. This is King Tutankhamun.
King Tutankhamun.
Yes, and his grave was discovered in 1925 by a scientist called Mr. Howard. So as you can see, this is all pure gold. So this is just one of the many that have been there. So this, and you see, this is history that has been suppressed by the West, so that we, the African people, cannot even understand how the original African culture. Because even if you can look at this picture, this is pure gold, and you see, for you to make such a thing, this is very advanced, technology. And you see, this is what they've been hiding from us, but now it is now our duty to teach the people about these people. So this is why we are doing this video today. As you can see here, we also have the picture of Dedan Kimathi wa Shiori. So yes, this is a very great leader as well, and as you all know, he's still in prison, in community prison, and still bound to the colonial chains. In fact, we want Dedan Kimathi's remains and body to be exhumed from the prison,
so that the family can bury.
Yes, and we have a national, cemetery, a monument, because he's a great leader who fought and resisted colonialism. Because colonialism was, these people came here to take everything that was ours. So he's a great leader, and his story ought to be told as well. So on the same case we have here, this is the RBG flag.
Liberation flag.
This is the liberation flag. Even the AU, we have a new chairperson, Mr. Ali. We congratulate him. And now this is our appeal to him, because this is the flag for the Pan-Africans,
So you need to take this flag.
This is the flag that will now that Africa is going to unite under, and it also has a great history as well because it begins with Marcus Garvey. And if you listen to reggae music, you
Black
also
style line.
and you
Black style line.
yes. So you see, all these things are now connecting. That's why you hear the AU's, the headquarters of the AU. It is in Addis Ababa, and you see it was brought about by Haile Selassie. And you see that's why a lot of Rastaman, they talk highly about Haile Selassie because he had a vision for Africa. So if at all Africa is going to unite, Addis Ababa will be there, because that is where all African leaders come and talk about African matters. Yes, so
thank you for informing us.
Yes, so as you can also see, we have here the Free Congo,
and Free Sudan.
Yes, so you can tell us more about what is happening in Sudan.
In Sudan, the people are fighting, and the Sudanese people are crying that our leader has misled them. Brokered some deal here in Nairobi. What's your opinion?
Same case applies because this is the RSF leader, Hemeti. He's been killing the Sudanese people since the genocide in Darfur. So we've been following up these people, and in fact he was in Nairobi yesterday, and they are writing down, they are charting a government.
They are
broken at, and the people of Sudanese are still, it's a handshake, and they are selling out Africans.
Kenya is known for handshake.
Yes, for the handshake. So that is a very, we don't want that, we, us as the people of Kenya, we don't agree with what the president is doing with Hemeti, the leader of the RSF, who is killing the people of Sudan. And
can you tell them, pardon please, for those people about the broker deal, can you tell them? Just stand.
Yes, so we are saying again that we resist and we do not want that handshake that Hemeti and Ruto signed. No, we do not want. The people of Sudan are still suffering. So, and also the same case applies to Congo.
The people
have seen
M23, they are still fighting.
They have taken over the city of Goma, and now they are also entering Bukavu. In fact, they have taken much space in Bukavu.
And Museveni has sent some of the troops there in Congo. What's your opinion about that? To support the government so that they can fight M23. What's your opinion on that?
Fight M23. You see, that is what they've always been doing. Yani, they've been plundering. They've been sending agents so that they can destabilize that
Congo because
of the gold and the minerals and the diamonds and the cobalt. And you see, this is the colonialism that
modern day colonization.
Yes, we call it neo-colonialism because we see after the killing of Patrice Lumumba, when Mobutu Sese Seko is taking over. So you see, it is been, Congo has been crying ever since, and now the city of Goma has been taken, and we see President Tshisekedi is all over, asking for help.
We are appealing for the elders who are here in Africa to come together and go in Congo to cleanse Congo so that the people in Congo can live freely. Even in Sudan, they can go and do some ritual like our forefather used to do, so that peace can be there.
I agree, and I agree completely with you. Yes. You see, the people of Congo, they've been crying always, and you see, we cannot always be talking about these things. And so this is why, this is now the revolution, this is the RPG. We are telling them 23, we will come to that land because we are the original. We are the warriors. We will come, we will liberate that country of Congo, and it's bad, it's really bad,
Thank you very much, Nyamanzel, for giving me the information. And what about this one? Whoever lets himself be led by heart
will never lose his way.
Will never lose his way.
Yes, as you can see, this is a pharaoh, and you see this pharaoh is seated on the moon, and he's seated like this is a meditation pose, and as you can see here, this is the ankh, this is the sign of life. So if you can see this, it shows you that we are the original custodians of the pyramids. In fact, we are not going to stop until we get back the pyramids, because They are rightfully ours. And even, you know, we've been following up with the UN and the charters, you know, we know these things. So let them prepare themselves, because this is the rise of the Rastaman. This is the rise of the Rastaman. So let them, this is a warning to, you know, Babylon system has to fall. Otherwise, you can also see here we have some marijuana, you know. This is a holy herb. This is the herb that was made illegal, but we promote it. Like Peter Tosh, we're gonna legalize marijuana, you know, we are the rebels. And you see, this is a plant that has so many benefits. This thing, you see, cabros, it can make even cabros, it makes clothes, you can eat it, you can make, hey, this is a, you know,
you're still a farmer and you have a lot of experience in this.
Yes, so marijuana is a really good plant. You see, this is the Babylon system. This is the colonialism that the white people left on the Africans, that, you know, how can a plant be illegal and it is God who made this plant? You know, this is a holy herb, so we are promoting.
Yamazel is telling us something important here.
So we are promoting, you know, yeah, so and as you can also see, as we are talking about the original African spiritual science, so I need to explain what is this and why we have this portrait here. As you can see, this is the face mask of Wakanda. So Wakanda has been the Black Panther has been protecting Wakanda generations to generations. So now this is the African science that we are going to talk about. So as you can see, these are cowrie shells. So being that this is something that we treasure, even if we made this thing belongs to all the African people, because as long as the African people have this mask, Africa is not going to be conquered again, like slavery and colonialism, because people now have knowledge of self, and now at this time we are the custodians of this mask of Wakanda. So until we make Africa like Wakanda, we are not going to stop, because I know most of you have watched Wakanda. So you know, that's why they do like this. So this is a salute. Yeah.
This is a salute.
This is a
Wakanda
salute.
forever.
Wakanda forever. And it's also associated with one of the ancient Egyptians gods as well. So his name is Ausar. So Ausar, when he does this, he shows that God is within man. So when someone does this, God
is within.
Yes, God is now within you. So this is why we do it. So until Africa becomes like Wakanda, we are not going to stop. So all those people who have been oppressing the African people, yeah, this is a warning that Rastaman is coming and we are not going to play, you know. This is something, it is a prophecy, and we must fulfill it. That's why I work with this. This is a scepter.
African culture get talking. Thank you. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, like and share. Nyamazele, one thing before we close.
So when we leave, so I would want to tell the viewers about this place. This is my home. This is where I live. So this is a temple. This is now what we call the temple of Heru, because we are the followers of Heru. We all know about Heru. Heru is the redeemer of Kemet. That's why he's fighting against Seth all the time. So as you can also see here, this is an art I was making. So as you can see, this is like a gun, right? Yes, so this is an indication that the black people are coming, and we are very, you know, once I'm done making it, I will have, or rather I will manifest a gun like this, because these things we get them from the future. So we are people from the future, and so everyone who has been doing injustice to the African people, let them be warned. The Rastaman is coming, and Africa is not a playground for the Babylon system.
Thank you very much. African culture, make sure you subscribe, like and share. Thank you.